Good morning, my darlings. Oh my goodness, I just had to explain to the girls at the door at Soho Farmhouse, you have to like zap yourself in. I just had to explain to them what on earth I was doing to my hair, because she was like, oh, you're rocking an unusual hairstyle today. But yes, I am just about to take my heatless curls out. I said to her, there's like a 50% chance that it looks good. I've got a meeting here this morning. I'm gonna try parking up here. So I had a lovely Peloton this morning, Cody Rigsby's 2000s ride. And then popped my hair back in heatless curls to do a little bit of work this morning. Where am I gonna park? Is there a space for me here? Yes. Does anyone else just entirely rely on their car's reverse cameras? I literally don't think I'd be able to park without them. Luckily, I think all cars... Oof. Okay, we're gonna reach Tutankhamun stage and then we'll reach Mufasa stage. Let's see if these are gonna work today. Yeah, so I've got a nice Friday morning meeting here at the farmhouse. It's a really nice day, so then when I get home later, well, actually I still need to film Sunday's video, so I'll do that. And then I am hoping to move my little seedlings outside because a lot of them are cold. Ooh, this could be okay, you know. A lot of my seedlings are cold weather plants, so they should be okay out in my little Victorian greenhouse. They don't mind cold temperatures now that they've germinated. You know what, guys? I think we got a winner here. I think we might have a winner. Yay. I actually put these in when my hair was pretty dry, because a lot of you guys were letting me know that I was doing it when my hair was too wet previously. So I listened to your advice. Thank you very much. I always feel like they take a little bit of time to drop. Well, it's not perfect, but considering I've not used any heat, that will do. I'm purely vlogging so that I can use the camera as a mirror. Okay, it's fine. We've got volume, we've got a little bit of curl. So let's head to my meeting and I'll catch you guys afterwards. Hello again, darlings. Back home again. And as you can see, the curls sadly did not last. It's always quite hit and miss with my hair when it comes to the heatless waves. But you know what? It's nothing lost. I did sit there throughout the whole meeting. We sat outside and I was like flicking my hair various directions, and it is pretty breezy, so never mind. But it's one of those afternoons now where it's really nice and sunny but still a little bit chilly. We've actually got loads of people here. We've got Jack the gardener here, we've got Martin, her husband, mowing the lawns, we've got the two Nicholsons guys, so I feel like there's just too much going on outside for me to go and do my garden pottering right now. But I think Charlie and I are going to do a lot of time out in the garden tomorrow. I do have quite a lot of emails to get on with, but I just feel like I want to sort out this room. When I was rushing to get the last vlog that you guys will have seen edited, I did a big try-on section at the end of it, which I'm probably going to put in this vlog somewhere because that vlog ended up being far too long, but I was rushing so much I didn't tidy anything. So this room is an absolute mess and I'd like to go into the weekend with a nice tidy room. So I think I'm going to spend the next half an hour, I'm going to pop a podcast on and get this room looking presentable again. Goodness, when I do a tidy up session, it always leads to more, and I've decided I've also been doing a little bit of a clear out, and I think what I'm going to do, this is stuff that I feel that I no longer need, but the aim of this afternoon is not to do a clear out, it's meant to be just organising and tidying. Seeing as I have got quite a lot of fabulous new spring dresses lately, I'm actually running out of space in this cupboard here to put them. This is my full-length dress cupboard, but what I usually do is swap over, I say usually, this is only my second year of having this fabulous wardrobe space. What I did last year is swap over my coats, which are currently in here, and put them in there, so that I have more room in this cupboard for my dresses. Obviously not all of my coats that are in this side will fit down the other end, so what I'm going to do is put the really like deep winter coats in a suitcase, and I will see them again in October. So this is a momentous changeover, my kind of winter to spring changeover. But of course we do live in the UK, so it'd be very foolish to put away all of my coats, but they're still accessible when they're in this section here. And I do need to change over the clothing here and here to something a little bit more spring-like instead of the knitwear. You might notice the plant has gone from this corner. Sadly it had lived its life, so I might plant up some lovely anemones in that plant pot tomorrow so that we can have some spring blooms in that corner. And I think I might make more of a decorative feature of this area as well. It's just not, yeah, it's always just ends up being a dumping ground. So let's start with the coats, and then maybe we'll just do, I never like to do like one big wardrobe changeover, I like to do little bits. So maybe the theme of this weekend will be doing that wardrobe switchover, and I'll just do little bits throughout the weekend. But first of all, I'm gonna do the spring dress and winter coat swap over. So what's the best way to start? What I might do is pile up all the dresses that are currently in there on my poof so that I can cherry pick the coats that I will probably need out, the more kind of like spring appropriate ones, and hang them up in that section there. Okay darlings, it's half an hour, or probably more than that actually. I've been listening to at least half an hour of this current podcast later, and gosh, I'm feeling a bit exhausted. I think this is the last task in the wardrobe I'll do today. So we have got an accidentally colour coordinated or colour organised dress rail here. Don't ask me how I got all of these dresses in the section that's literally a third of the size of this across the way. They were literally crammed in, and there were definitely no spaces for anything new. So here we've got the white dresses taking up a good chunk down this end, going through to the patterned ones. We've got some lovely lilacs and pinks, greens, blues, and then the deeper shade dresses. It's lovely to be able to see them all like this, especially as at this time of year I literally live in my lovely dresses. So that feels like a very good job done. I have somehow just got such a mess of coat hangers here and here from my moving around of bits and taking the coats off the hangers and putting them in the bags. I love how I started off by saying I was going to tidy my dressing room, and I've actually just made it messier. Oh dear, so I think I'm just going to like scoot all of this stuff away. Oh goodness me, look how messy it is out there. And I still have my suitcase from when I was in London earlier in the week to sort out. Oh! Okay, I'm going to do another 15 minutes of tidying, and then I'm going to head outside and get a cream egg. I can't even remember the last time I spoke to you. I have been doing so much organisation in this room. I'm now surrounded by bags, various bags of bits which I'm selling or giving to charity. This bag here is full of dresses which are going to go to by rotation, so they are going to be rented out. You guys are able to rent them if you would like for any summer weddings or special events you might be going to, so I'll leave a link to my by rotation page down below. Check again in a couple of weeks and there'll be some new stuff on there. So I think Charlie's now on his way back from the garden centre. He's been picking up some compost. So what I'm going to do is pop on some leggings and a jumper. I actually need to do the sketches of how we're thinking of laying out the kitchen garden, the veggies and stuff that I'm growing. So I'm going to head downstairs and do that, and then when Charlie gets back, help him get the compost everywhere, and I'll give you another kitchen garden update. I have got here the plans to the garden. So this is the Let's check it's not got our address anywhere. This is the blueprint for the kitchen garden. You can see here what it's going to look like. This is the full design. So this is where the walnut tree is. We're going to reseed this. You can see in the middle we're going to be having a beautiful seated area in the middle of the flower beds, and then that is my raised beds there. So what I'm going to do is take this little bit of paper, and I actually got this in a package from some clothing from a brand called By Melina, and this was in the bottom of their box, and I thought that is exactly what I need for my kitchen garden plans. So I'm going to sketch out the shape of the beds on here. I might laminate it, or I might just go straight in with pencil and write out what I plan on growing in each bed. I might watch a YouTube video to hear some advice. Hello, Sky. Hello, Sky, play YouTube. Perfect. Oh, hello, Sky, volume down. Okay, I'll have a little bit of Monty Don's Gardener's World on in the background while I do this. So we keep our sky glass here in the drawing room, and at Christmas it was just amazing for watching loads of Christmas movies. You might notice we've got it on this kind of antique, don't actually know what it would have been. I like to think it might have been a cake trolley. But yeah, this is our sky glass. It is just absolutely beautiful. We have got the biggest size, and we have got it in this green color. And this TV, especially when it first launched, was like gold dust. So I'll leave a link down below in case it's something that you've had on your wish list. For us, it is just the most incredible thing, because living in a 700-800-year-old house, we have a few restrictions with it being listed. We can't go putting a satellite dish, bolting it onto the house, for example. You actually don't need a satellite dish with this, because this is the only TV with Sky built in. There's no boxes. You can literally see it's just one plug plugged into the wall. It's got Sky, it's got Netflix, it's got YouTube, it's got all of the streaming services that we could ever dream of, all built inside. So you don't need loads of extra boxes. The actual streaming comes through the Wi-Fi, so if you do live somewhere, whether it is a listed building or you live in an apartment block where you can't go putting big satellite dishes on your building, this is the answer. It's just so clever. As you'll have seen, I turned it on and played what I wanted to play just by saying, hello, Sky. You can, if you prefer, speak into your remote, but you actually don't need to. The TV will pick it up if you say hello, Sky, and you might be able to see along the bottom there it has got a sound bar, so it's got Dolby Atmos sound, it's a 4K TV, all of these things, all of these amazing features built in, which I think is just incredible. So for us in this house and in this room, it's just absolutely perfect. I would actually quite like to get another one, potentially for in our bedroom, because at the moment we're just watching TV on a tiny little iPad. I think everyone always has this fantasy of not watching TV in bed, but Charlie and I watch something on the television every single evening. So I think it's about time that we surrendered and got one of these in the bedroom. So that is next on our wish list. We might try and do something funky where we build one into some kind of unit so that it's not always out, but we shall see, we shall see. So I'm just gonna leave Gardener's World playing in the background while I do my designing. I actually started watching this episode already this morning. Hello, Sky. Fast forward. Okay, gosh, that took a lot longer than I expected, but I tried to get it as precise as possible. So here we have the blank design to our raised beds. So you can see here the shape with this cutout section in the middle, which is where my pergola is going. I'm so excited about that. I think we're actually going to have a look on David Austin this evening and buy some rambling roses to go up it, as well as some jasmine, which we'll plant in the corners here. So these are the stepping stones, so obviously won't be growing anything on there. And then in the corners, we will be placing my claveton cloches, which I purchased last year. I actually bought myself the set of 3, probably about this time last year actually. And obviously I need 4, so I did place my order for my 4th one a couple of days ago. So hopefully that won't be too long, because that really is the finishing touch. And these stepping stones just mean that I have access to these kinds of areas here, which otherwise would be really hard to reach. Now, you can see I've done little pencil marks to get my sizing right, but I don't think I've actually got a rubber. So I'm going to just use some colouring pencils to draw in my different plants. But first of all, I need to do a compass. So this is south facing. So let's... Oh gosh, that's really confusing, because that's really important to know when it comes to where you plant things, because obviously if the sun is going there as opposed to here, then anything tall planted here would cast a shadow on the beds. So that's really important to remember when you're doing your planting. Okay, I have made a pretty good start here. Let me explain my thinking, and then I'm actually going to head outside because the sun has returned and I want to make the most of it, but we've made a good start. So first of all, we've decided that this bed here, which is the northwesterly bed, is going to be the herb bed, and to be honest, herbs are mostly Charlie's domain. So what I've just done is pop some rosemary at the back here so as not to cast too much shade, because rosemary can get quite tall. And then I think it would be quite visually nice to have the fennel growing along here. So I've popped those in. These little pink dots on the corners, this is to symbolise, I know this literally looks like a child's drawing, but I've done my best. These are the roses which are going to grow up these sides, and then we're going to have jasmine growing up the other sides. Okay, so on this bed here, I started off with my broad beans. These will probably grow quite tall. So the fact that they're tucked away on the northwesterly side means they won't be casting much shade on anything. Although in the afternoon they might cast some shade on this area here, which is absolutely fine. So broad beans, they'll get pretty tall. And then in this bed, and you know, the pergola might create a little bit of shade, and lettuces don't need full sun. So this area here is going to be, to be honest, I'll probably swap these around. So purple and green lettuces, and then my spinach, which kind of looks a little bit lettucey, you know, it's nice and leafy. I believe this bed here is going to be, I think we decided we're going to change it to drip irrigation as opposed to sprinkler irrigation. Ooh, I've just realised might not be able to do carrots in the bed with the drip irrigation, unless I know exactly where the drip will be, and then I can just avoid those areas with my carrots and root veg. So courgettes are a late summer vegetable, so by the time they are massive, these will probably have finished. So then the courgettes, and they do love to spread, will have all of this room. The broad beans will probably be down, so this will literally become the courgette and possibly even pumpkin bed. So it's kind of like early summer and then autumn. That's my thinking, because yeah, courgettes and pumpkins do like to take over. I might even add something here for the pumpkins to climb up by the time that this stuff is all gone. And then again, for visual purposes, when you come down and you see the beds for the first time, quite nice to just have all the frothy visuals of the carrot flower coming out. Some of them I might leave to actually come to flower, and that'll be really lovely. So yeah, this is how the beds are looking at the moment. It's good progress. I did take a picture of it before I started adding bits in, and I might try and do a computer version of this so I can keep printing it out, making changes. Oops. But for now, I think this is a pretty good start. Hello, sky. Good night. That will never get old. Well, I changed out of my dress thinking it was clouding over, and it's turned into a really lovely evening. So a couple of updates for you. This is what I've just brought down from my dressing room. I'm going to do some reconfiguration of this. These are the anemones from the, what do you call them? they've got a special name. I'm sure, maybe corns. I think that might be what they're called. These are actually growing in our gardener Jack's greenhouse over winter because, as you know, I do not have a greenhouse at the moment. So maybe I might put one of those in there. And then here's an update of the seeds that you guys will have seen me planting in, not the last vlog, but the one before. So the red oak lettuce is doing very well. I'm going to have to prick those out, which is something that I actually think is which is such a time-consuming task. So I'll probably do that tomorrow afternoon. A few of the green calabras, is that what it says, coming through. This is a tray that had the cling film over it, and actually some of this soil has gone a bit mouldy. We do have a few shoots coming through, but yeah, that definitely just needs aerating. And then over here, this is looking very successful. Ooh, Charlie's bought a new terracotta pot. So we've got the winter spinach doing well, the mange tout coming out, runner beans showing some signs of life, a few sweet peas, these unlabeled ones are sweet peas coming through. Salad rocket is doing well. Some of them are starting to get a little bit leggy, so I think it's a good idea that I bring them out for some sunshine every day for a little while, and then maybe I'll move them into my little Victorian mini greenhouse. But anyway, Charlie's, oh, he's bought some alliums as well. Fantastic. Looks like he's doing some Instagram stories with some updates, so you guys might have seen this stage already, but let's go and check it out. So a very exciting addition that we've got today that Charlie is currently fondling, I think is the correct word, modelled by Charlie. We have got a stone pillar added to our trough, and that's going to be our water feature.
So it was a gate post.
A gate post?
Yeah, which is why you've got this on, which the chap said they could obviously remove, but I don't know, I quite like it.
Yeah.
I think it...
Whoopsie daisy.
I think it's going to add some further detail, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, just to be clear,
yeah.
Have they got to drill through that?
Yeah, they just got to bore a hole through it.
From the bottom?
No, just through it. So what will happen?
Through.
Yeah, so what will happen is that when we position that, they'll bore the thing, and then copper pipe, there will be a small copper pipe that you won't see this side, but you'll see this side behind.
Right, okay.
But obviously, that copper pipe will...
It'll get covered in jasmine before we know it.
And then we're going to put a climber... Well, actually, I'm looking at the size of it. I think we put a climber on each side of it.
Okay. Do you know what? I think I've slipped some discs in my back today at some point. Every time I like move funny, I really feel it.
You'd be an agony if it was...
Oh, maybe not that.
Just,
I've done something.
Well, you need to do stretching.
It's nice how chunky it is.
I think it's fantastic. And actually, it is worth shout out, for no reason other than the fact that great service. We got this from Lichin Garden Antiques, which are actually based quite near here.
Oh, right.
A guy called Darren, who runs the company.
Good name. Because isn't this Lichin?
Yeah, so that is Lichin. So obviously this we got from them. It was expensive in terms of cost, but not expensive in terms of what else was on the market. I
remember when we left our the house that I grew up in, Lala sold a lot of the stoneware that we had in the garden there. And it's such a shame because actually what we had there, well, do you remember we had this big circular trough, massive circular stone trough with a wheel? Oh my god, that would have been so perfect.
What I think is
do you remember?
What I think is mad is when we first moved here, we said we didn't like this sort of stuff.
Yeah, our tastes have changed so much.
Nearly to the day, we've completely changed. I don't think our taste will change again.
Well, no, this is just timeless.
We've just come round full circle and appreciated aged things and things that are in keeping with the house. But just, Lichin Garden Antiques sorted this for us. And then I said to him, this is what we want to do. Any ideas what we can put behind here? And obviously we've bored our audiences. I was like, oh god, what are we going to do? Because there's most of the mood board images obviously all had a shed or a wall or a stone wall behind, didn't they? So he said, I've got a perfect gate post for you. And he's provided that, and then obviously he provided this as well.
Great.
What's interesting is he does provide, I can't remember the guy's name, like quite a famous garden designer does this exact setup.
Oh really?
So that sort of confirmed to me that it isn't a random idea. But
cool.
I think it's going to look fantastic.
And we're going to plant up some yews behind it and get it covered in jasmine, so it gets all beautiful. But I've just realised that you guys have not seen this area shaped out just yet. So obviously for context, the raised beds are up there, and this area here, so you can see this is going to be a flagstone perfect circle, and then either side in the quadrants, this is going to be our cutting garden that Dexter is currently modelling and digging for us.
Yeah, so I'm just mulching it for you.
Nicholson's have done some really beautiful designs, which we can share with you. Do we have them? The paper, the designs of the flowers?
We don't have them printed, but we.
Are you sure? I thought I saw it earlier.
I don't believe so.
Home again, and it is looking so cozy in here. I must admit Charlie's done a good job with all the lamps and the pictures and things in here, which are all his doing. So we just got back from a really lovely but very blusterous evening. We went for a walk up to Edge Hill and then had a lovely dinner, and now it is my turn to pick something to watch on the television this evening. So on the Sky Glass, everything is built in. So we have literally got Netflix, we've even got YouTube, we've got all the different Sky channels. And I love how it kind of themes things as well. So whatever you like, whether it's like Harry Potter style things, there's Fantastic Beasts, The Magic of Hogwarts. Oh, is this new? Hang on, I've not heard of this before. The Magic of Hogwarts. Okay, we're definitely going to be watching this. Yeah, it's always that pressure when Charlie's like, oh, you choose what to pick. So I think we're going to end up watching this evening. In the mornings, we like to watch Gardener's World. That's on BBC iPlayer. It's just so amazing having everything in one place. And then, of course, you've got Sky Cinema. I mean, look at all these things. So, so good. But while I watched this, I realised that I filmed a try-on of H&M and Net-a-Porter last week, and I didn't fit it into last week's vlog. So while I'm watching The Magic of Hogwarts, I'm going to leave you guys to watch my H&M and Net-a-Porter haul. So let's travel back in time. Just to let you know, this is going to be your tripod for the next few little try-on clips. Just rather hilarious. We've got the Byredo body butter, a Kerastars dry shampoo, a NARS eyeshadow palette, and then my hair burst. Oh, is that wonky? What on earth? Did you see that? Oh my gosh, I swear what just happened? I did not touch the camera. Maybe it has some, like, I don't know what sorcery. It's probably because I drop it so often. But okay, what is that mess you can see in the background? This room is full of mirrors, so you can just always see all my secret, like, messy areas. You can probably still see some mess that I can't see because you're only this big for me right now. So, H&M order. This is the first dress that is in the order. It's just a perfect, like, Easter Sunday dress. It's a really beautiful minty, can you hear my voice go funny then? Minty kind of colour. I did get this dress previously in the pink. It's got the beautiful pleats all the way down. Really gorgeous, very just easy to wear, super duper comfortable. And I like this sleeve length if you're going to be cooking on Easter Sunday or anytime, or you just need your sleeves out of the way. Really nice sleeve length. It's kind of sheer. I can see my bra a little bit, but it's not too sheer. Like, I don't actually think you need a slip. In fact, it does have its own slip underneath. But I feel like I can still just about see the outline of my brassiere. Lengthwise, if I remove the hair burst from the situation, you might be able to see that it is just a kind of midi length. So just another really nice, like, everyday, and this would be a great work dress, everyday and a nice and affordable dress from H&M. I will leave all of these linked down below, of course, darlings. So up next, you might remember that I literally bought this dress in every colour combination last spring, and I was really glad that I did. When it's a lovely sunny day, I love to have an open exposed neck area. With SPF, of course, responsible tanning, I just love to get a little bit of colour on. Just feeling the sun on my skin is heaven to me. So when I saw it coming out again in a new colourway this year, I thought I would add this colour to my collection. They're so lovely and affordable. I love gardening in these dresses, which I know to some people is ridiculous, but I do enjoy looking pretty while gardening, and this is the kind of thing, especially with it being so affordable from the high street, that I just love to wear around the house during those lovely warm summer months. Why not? Why not, darlings? Especially if you garden for like a hobby like I do, and it's not like a serious thing. But beautiful, comfortable smocking, nice, elegant length, and a really beautiful pattern. It's like, they look like those edible flowers. Is it? I think it's pansies. What were we looking at earlier that had pansies on it? One of the by Melina dresses. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous pattern. And I do have a skirt and another dress in this fabric as well, so it's a definite winner. And I believe it does have a packet in here somewhere, or somewhere in my box, that has shoulder straps as well. But last year I never added them, so I doubt I will this year either. Sorry guys, I was incorrect. It's actually not the same pattern on the dress. It is the same pattern on the skirt that I'll show you in a second, but this is another one of their... I love when H&M start doing this in spring. I feel like they've found a few silhouettes that really work for them and that we as customers love, and they keep bringing them out in different spring patterns each year. I think this is the third year that they've done this exact dress, and the one before, and I'm a sucker for them. I love them. I've seen a few comments lately, you guys are saying, Josie, do you really wear all of these spring dresses? Well, if you watch the vlogs throughout the year, you'll see that I actually do. Literally, I do live in this kind of stuff. Around the house, for meetings, everything. Everything that I do, I love to wear. Beautiful floral dresses too. You have to remember that I don't have like a 9-to-5 office job, so that your like work uniform takes up a lot of your percentage of what you wear, and because I'm technically always working because I'm filming, I like to think of these lovely dresses as my uniform. That is a little bit of justification. But anyway, this dress, well, I feel like I could have gone down a size, but I'm sure this is a size 6 or extra small. In fact, maybe this one they actually didn't have in extra small. I know there was one. No, this isn't extra small. Okay, so definitely don't size up, especially as it has got that smocking detail at the back, and the straps are adjustable, so it's got a really nice fitted bodice and then a very relaxed skirt style. It feels and looks like linen, but it's a fraction of the price of linen. Okay, this dress is very cute indeed. I actually had this in my basket for quite a long time because I saw this when I was getting links together for one of the last videos. It's really similar in fabric to, if you literally saw my spring H&M best H&M haul ever video, and I still think that was my best ever spring haul. You might remember there was a kind of v-neck long sleeve dress in a very similar fabric to this, which I fell in love with, and I love that dress. I have worn it maybe 4 or 5 times already since getting it, and this kind of reminds me of it, but it's got, as you saw, that smock detail in the middle, but I still felt that it needs cinching in a little bit more. So the belt, how good a price per wear is this belt? Incredible. This one has got puff sleeves. It's got a little peep hole. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, like peekaboo, I don't know what you, keyhole detail on the neck, and then lovely midi length or mid-axi length. Really just elegant, perfect, as they all are, perfect everyday spring dress. I know that I have been showing you a lot of spring dresses lately. You've seen some higher price points ones earlier, and now I'm showing you these affordable ones. I don't judge, you know. I like to show you dresses from all budgets. I have no issue with wearing super affordable. I'll literally wear a $17.99 H&M dress one day and then literally add 2 zeros to that for my nearly Erdem dress. I like to showcase them all, and I've actually seen quite a few of you guys purchasing the Erdem dress, and then of course loads of you, I'm a real analytics nerd, and I know that loads of you guys love the H&M videos, but that's why I continue to show everything in my wardrobe, not just something from a certain price point. That was a real tangent. Speaking of tangents, a couple of extra accessories that I could show you. Wow, that is dazzling. I'm gonna have to turn this around. Is my tripod gonna topple? Okay, I'm gonna show you, gosh, no, I need the hairburst back again. Okay, while I've got this dress on, I'll show you a couple of other bits. So first of all, this is actually from Free People. Everything that I'm featuring in this video, I'll leave linked down below. You guys know how I love a straw visor, and this is like the whole rim of a hat, but it's like a hat, but not the top bit. Oh my gosh, this is so perfect for gardening. Because when I'm out in the summer, I hate getting the sun on my face. And also another fun fact, tangent, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, like 2 or 3 people sometimes comment on my pictures saying, Josie, why do you always have your hand up to your face? I actually have really super duper sensitive eyes. Even right now, actually, it's giving me a migraine with how bright it is in here. Ever since I had laser eye surgery, my eye light spectrum, like the spectrum of light that my eyes can tolerate, yours is pretty like this, mine is like this. So I cannot see anything in the dark. My eyes are awful in low level lighting. If you know Soho House Greek Street, I have to put my phone on the torch mode to travel around. And like I actually couldn't work in a restaurant anymore because as a waitress, like in ambient lighting, I'd be spilling red wine on everyone. But also when it's super bright outside, I always need something covering my eyes, and often in pictures I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so bright. So that's my excuse. But this is just absolutely adorable. It's got obviously the brim that's going to protect me from the sun, and then it's got this gorgeous floral pattern on it, which I think is so beautiful. However, while we're talking about things like that, how stunning is this? This is from Net-a-Porter, so a different price point. It's from the brand Eugenia Kim, and it's a visor, and I feel like I'm the queen of visors. I feel like I am the queen of visors. It's got the most gorgeous little, what do you call it, organza bow at the back, which I think is just going to be the sweetest thing ever. Again, while gardening, but also, oh my gosh, oh my goodness me, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, how adorable. I've obviously got this giant ugly clip in my hair at the moment, but if you had your hair just like pinned back, the little bow detail, guys, and it's got, I'm sorry, but this is so cute. I don't love how it looks with this dress because it's probably not the right colour combination, but that is absolutely adorable. This is my favourite summer accessory so far. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm going to keep it on because it's so gorgeous. And then, also from my Net-a-Porter order, and then we will go back to H&M, is a pair of shoes, and you probably just got a sneak peek of what they are. So, I don't believe I've ever purchased anything from Aquazzura before. I don't but I actually saw these on Julia Eberolsheimer's Instagram, or not exactly this pair actually, a very similar pair, and it led me to look for that pair that ended up stumbling upon this pair. And I feel like my love of raffia and straw things is well documented. So how fabulous are these? Oh my goodness, just, they actually look tiny. They look teeny weeny teeny tiny. I got a size 36. I didn't know that their logo was a pineapple. Did you know, back in the olden days, a pineapple was such a strong symbol of wealth because it came from tropical climates and you would have to have a lot of money to import a pineapple, that people would literally carry pineapples around as an accessory at parties to show how wealthy they were, and you could rent a pineapple for a party. How ridiculous is that? I mean, I agree with renting handbags, and renting dresses, but renting a pineapple? Leave a pineapple emoji in the description box if you got this far in the video, by the way. And let me know if you would ever carry a pineapple around a dinner party. These look tiny. They actually do fit. They are my size, but I would say if you are between sizes, then size up. They are comfy. Oh my gosh. This outfit's a little bit weird because I'm not sure the dress. This is kind of annoying because it's one of those instances where what I'm seeing in the mirror looks a lot better than what the camera's showing. But excuse the mess of everything around me, it's because it's been a shoot day. But the shoes are just fabulous. And I'm so happy with this purchase. That is a really nice heel height. And with them being straw raffia style, I know that I will get a lot of use out of these, especially as I've been wearing my River Island raffia shoes so much lately. Ah, oh, the hat. Can you hear the wind? That is crazy. Yeah, I'm so sorry about the mess in the background, but the hat looks so cute. I love it. Super happy with the hat. Love the dress. Love the shoes. Maybe not all together. Okay, so you'll be relieved to know that we're back to H&M. I did add this one to my basket because of the colour. I like wearing earthy, neutral tones, again, around the house. At this time of year especially, but I have to say, this is not doing anything for me. It's a nice relaxed dress. I will give it that. Let's bring it down a little bit. But I think the fabric makes it a little bit too army cadet-ish for my personal style. And I just can't see myself really reaching for this over the other ones especially. It does look great, I don't know if you can see, with the shoes. I don't even think we've got pockets. I guess the bow does add a bit of feminine detail, but overall, I wouldn't choose this over the other ones, so I'm going to send this one back. My goodness, H&M have bought a lot of this fabric. It is also on this little jumpsuit, which I actually think is possibly one of the most adorable little things in the whole world. Sometimes you just want something a little bit different to a dress, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. By some miracle, it fits me really, really well. It probably helps at the shoulders. The straps have got a little bit of stretch to them, so even if your crotch to shoulder ratio is not exactly the same as their fit model, it still can fit you really nicely, which is very, very good thinking from H&M. You've got this little bow detail around the waist, pockets. Yeah, I'm really impressed with how this fits, and I already declared my love for this fabric. Again, a really nice everyday spring-summer outfit. Looks really fabulous. I'm not sure if you can see with the Aquazura shoes. I think these shoes are literally just gonna go with everything. Look how gorgeous they are. And that is seriously, can you see how squishy that is? They're so comfortable, but I need to wear them outside because that is like ice skating at the moment. They're so slippy. This would be so nice for going for a little picnic with your friends, or I don't know, a day of outdoor pursuits. It's just lovely. This is absolutely gorgeous. Definitely keeping this jumpsuit. Okay, lastly from H&M, this is obviously a top and a skirt. Now I don't know why I didn't buy the matching bits, because there was definitely a matching skirt to this top and a matching top to this skirt, but I chose two different ones, which doesn't really make sense. However, I'm not 100% sure if I will keep the skirt, because as I've said earlier, the fact that you can pull out a dress and not have to worry about putting things together, in my mind, is just so much easier. But then I would say, if you've got some really cute little like knitwear pieces, it's a really nice way of transitioning your wardrobe from the cooler months to the warmer months, and vice versa, you know, at the end of summer when you just need something a little bit warmer on, or in the evenings. It does look really lovely. The light's gonna go a bit crazy. To pair a nice knit with a lovely spring floral skirt like this. Okay, I've just talked myself into it. Talked myself into keeping the skirt. And the top is just a little bit Zimmermann-esque in that it's got the smocking. I love a square neckline. I love that you've got that smocking detail on the sleeves. Little bow tie at the back there. Yeah, I think I will keep both of these pieces, but I probably won't wear them together. That's the only thing. So now I have got two very different pieces, different from each other, pieces to show you from Net-a-Porter. Gosh, there's been a lot of stuff that I've shown you in today's video. Well, This is certainly a very different outfit to what you have just seen. The newness, well actually the blouse and the trousers are both new. The blouse is a lovely silk shirt from Lily Silk, and the trousers are from Purdy, which I got from Net-a-Porter. You might remember in, was it last week's vlog? I walked down South Audley Street and went into the Purdy store. It's very much kind of very like old school English countryside, a lot of hunting jackets, wax jackets, lots of tweed, and I actually didn't realise they had women's wear in there, and I saw that they have Purdy on Net-a-Porter, including the women's stuff. These are very much, I can say from the word go, I won't be keeping these because the price per wear on these would not be good. I just thought I would try them in case they really blew me away. They do look lovely. They're quite tight. I got a size 6 and they are quite tight for me. They're essentially riding trousers. They've got like an elasticated section literally just here, so really easy to tuck your boots in. I mean, the fabric, you can see they're too tight for me. The fabric is lovely. It's a really nice tweed. If I was into the equestrian life, then I'm sure they would be perfect, but I haven't ridden a horse since I was a child, and I don't have any plans to in the near future, so it's, yeah, and I don't attend horse trials or anything like that. It's a really very chic equestrian outfit, but it's not one that suits my hobbies or my lifestyle, so it'll be going back. But yeah, a really nice one to try if you do ride horses or attend horse trials. Then this will be a fabulous outfit. Silk blouse, tweed high-waisted riding trousers. It's lovely, but yeah, it's just, there's countryside outfits and then there's countryside outfits that I'll never wear, and sadly this does fall into that second category, and I would also need to size up. And I'm back in my comfort zone in a fabulous dress. This purchase was a result of Net-a-Porter's email marketing at its finest. They sent me an email saying like Net-a-Porter's spring dress edit, so naturally I was drawn in, and this was the first image, and I just instantly went to the website and added this to my basket. So Net-a-Porter email marketing team, you influenced this purchase. It's actually all attached, so there's these incredible kind of pom-pom puffle style sleeves, and then you've got this open neckline, which I absolutely love. I don't believe we've got pockets, even though the material is quite thick. It's full length. I've got the Aquazura shoes on, and if I was to wear these shoes with this dress, I would have to take this dress up by about an inch, I would say, but the fit is absolutely perfect. I don't know what occasion I will wear this to. I don't have anything in mind. I feel like you probably could wear this to a summer wedding. Obviously it is white as the base, so I might like message the bride beforehand to check that she was okay with it. I would be perfectly fine with people wearing this to my wedding. The whole point is that you don't want people looking like the bride, which you don't in this. I'm just trying to think what fabulous events are coming up, but yeah, this is a really, even like my work events, if it's a lovely evening event, this will be so nice for a special evening. So yes, I think this will be a keeper. Good morning, my darlings. It's now Saturday morning. What's that in the background? Oh, it's my Fendi bag, my dog walking Fendi bag. I've just filmed Sunday's video that you guys will have already seen by now, which was my handbag collection. So I just kind of stuffed all the bags that I spent yesterday afternoon filling up to the side. It does feel a lot tidier in here. I also bought up this hydrangea that was in the pink room, and I really love it in this corner. But it's now 10:30 and we are going to meet our friends at the farmhouse for brunch. So I've just popped on, inspired by my newly organised-ish dress rail. This is an H&M really simple cotton dress from last year, and it's great for this time of year because it's long, so it somehow feels a little bit warmer. It's actually fairly thick cotton, so yeah, great for these still slightly chilly spring days. The usual belts, and then it still feels a little bit early for open-toed shoes, so I've popped on my little Prada little flat shoes. I think I'm still going to wrap up in, what coat? Don't know why I even think about it. I literally just wear my Dior coat every day. This was such a good purchase. So glad that I got this from Bicester Village. I know sometimes I look a little bit, I want to say monastic. I look a little bit like a monarch? No, a nun. A monk. I look a little bit like a monk because it's this kind of flowing shape. But you can really wrap yourself up, cinch yourself in, and I love it. So this is my outfit of the day. Not the most appropriate for Soho Farmhouse, but it's a Saturday. Everyone will be there to relax and have a good time. So yeah, let's go. I think we're probably going to end up going to a garden centre afterwards. So I'll end up, no doubt, lumping bags of compost around, but that's how we roll. Back home again after a lovely brunch at the farmhouse. So we went down to, if you know Soho Farmhouse, you might know that within the kitchen garden they have got a ginormous greenhouse opposite the garden rooms, and the second half of that is now an event space and bar, and at the weekends a restaurant area for a kind of like restaurant pop-up. Sorry, Dickens is drinking his water and like choking in the background. Yeah, a restaurant called 26 Grains. So currently they're just doing weekend brunch there, but I believe they're expanding, and I feel like not enough people know about this because the main courtyard barn area was rammed. Every table was full, and yet there were like 3 groups of us in the glass house for the 26 Grains brunch. As you'll have seen from the clip that I just shared of the menu card, really nice dishes. I had wild rhubarb French toast and a leek cheddar and mustard toasty, which was delicious. We also had like a whipped yogurt and wild herb dish on the side. Charlie had some kind of salmon concoction. It was really nice, and we went there with Jake, our videographer, and his wife Millie. It was our first time meeting Millie, so that was really lovely. Then we just nipped to the Applegarth Nursery in Chipping Norton to pick up some more compost. And are you okay, my bunny? Have you finished choking now? Are you okay, my bum bum? Mummy, don't take the mickey out of me. You know I don't like it. Yeah, so we have got a few gardening tasks that we're now going to get on with. So we need to spread the compost on the raised beds, and then hopefully while the rain occurs over the next week, it'll kind of bring the nutrients from the manure-based compost down into the rest of the soil. The soil is already quite good condition because it's what we had there before, but this will just give it a new lease of life and some new nutrients. We've also got some new alliums and a few other bits to plant. What else do we need to do? I think we're going to plant the roses and the jasmine by the pergola. So yeah, there's lots to do. Ooh, and pop my boots on. I have been starting to air out my seedlings. These, as you can see, have gone very leggy. I didn't actually realise they'd come up and germinated quite so well. But we've got my cucamelons, my fennel bulbs, and these are little baby artichokes. Only 2 of those have germinated so far, so these very much need some sunlight and they need some wind on them to strengthen them up. But some of these seedlings definitely need potting on, especially these. What are they? Cabbage? Ooh, pak choi. I've never grown pak choi before. Yeah, the fact that this one's looking a bit white means they're probably struggling for nutrients. So I'm going to do a little bit of potting on, which I have to say is quite a tedious job, but it's got to be done. Gosh, the 4 o'clock bells are ringing already. This afternoon is flying by, but as you'll have just seen, Charlie and I have just spread the well-rotted manure on all 4 of the beds, and because we are going to get the drip irrigation in these beds, they will be no-dig beds. If you know if you know the benefits of dig versus no-dig, Charles Dowding is the gardener who really champions the no-dig method, and basically you just let the worms and nature take its course, and all the goodness from the top level will be drawn down throughout the soil in the rest of the beds, so they're looking a lot neater. We need to wait for the irrigation to go in before we start planting, but what we did just plant, however, are a couple of roses in this corner here. When they get a little bit bigger, we'll train them towards the column and they'll start to ramble up here. And we've also got some bare root roses coming as well, which are going to go on this side. Through the future cutting garden, and down here we are planting a rambling rose up the tree. This tree sadly is on its way out, so at least we can make a beautiful feature of it with a gorgeous climbing rambling rose. Well, we seem to have lost the sunshine for the day, unfortunately, but it's okay, it's not raining, so we'll stay outside. Charlie is just putting some mint in one of the pots, not in the beds, because mint just completely takes over, so you definitely don't want to put mint in any of your vegetable beds. Keep it in a container, because once it gets its roots out, it will just take over the entire bed, as we found last year and the year before in the bed that I was trying to grow my pumpkins and my broad beans in. So continuing with my plan, and also looking at what I've got in front of me in the pots, I think what I'm going to do is plan a little bit of symmetry with the broad beans. So at the moment we've got the broad beans here, and also peas and mange tout, oh, and runner beans. Gosh, we've got quite a lot of climbing bits actually, so maybe I will do, let's think about this, I think maybe I'll do peas. Yeah, I'm gonna do peas along here. Okay, so obviously I'd welcome any feedback if any of you guys have done like companion planting and raised bed planning before, but I went through this with you yesterday, so we know about this bed. For Charlie's benefit, obviously I'm really thinking about things that have got height, so obviously broad beans have got height, so in the afternoon that should shade the lettuces, which we've got here. I've got some spinach there, and then courgettes will actually take over this bed because the spinach and the lettuce will finish quite early, and then the courgettes will start to take over. Down here, because it's really pretty, we've got the carrots, also really easily accessible.
Yeah, different varieties, yeah?
Yeah, different varieties, and I'll probably do carrots and or radish along here. So because radishing, so because the broad beans are going to get quite tall, I'm trying to create a little bit of symmetry. So I've got runner beans, which are going to get quite tall.
Just quickly, we're going to use nice pretty stuff to run them up this year.
I'm going to use willow and what's the other thing? Hazel hurdle.
Not hazel hurdle.
I don't know, I want it to look quite natural. Anyway, I'll show you. And then peas do like to grow up hazel hurdle, so I'll definitely be doing like some little archways here, again creating height. And then mange tout very similarly need hazel hurdle to grow up on this side, so this will be kind of like a little walkway with the vegetables with the height. And then to mirror the runner beans, we've got the climbing beans on this side. So when the runner beans and the peas finish, that's when the pumpkins will start, so they're going to be planted in the middle here. And then in the middle of the bed, where it's a little bit less accessible, I'm going to do the nasturtiums, and that is a really good companion plant for anything in the brassica family. So then I'm going to do the calabrese, which is kind of like a broccoli, and spinach, and also like Asian greens like pak choi and stuff.
Amazing.
Down here.
Brilliant.
So you might remember in the last vlog, we submerged one of my lovely scalloped terracotta pots. This is the 1 week update. Might not have done anything, might just be a wet pot.
I fear that might be the case.
Well, let's have a look. Yeah.
Successful.
We shall see. What did it say to do? Leave it for like 3 weeks?
No, 2 weeks or something.
Gosh, well.
I don't think it's going to do anything.
Well, if not, a lot of people suggested the yogurt painting method.
Yeah, yogurt's next.
We shall see. To be continued. So we finished gardening for the day, and what other YouTuber can you go to watch someone spread farmyard manure and then do a Dyson Airwrap unboxing and then a Net-a-Porter unboxing? I think we're in a very unique situation, aren't we? But anyway, yes, so this is super exciting. This is the brand new Dyson Airwrap Complete, and they have actually redesigned a few of the attachments on the Airwrap. I spent hours the other evening watching a few videos all about the new attachments, so I'm really, really excited to give this a try. I actually have zero energy to wash my hair this evening, but I will be doing a Peloton in the morning, and then I'm going to give my hair a full-on Airwrap, so I will go through the new attachments with you in the morning, but I thought I would just unbox it because I cannot wait to see this. So let's have a little look. So it's the same kind of box by the looks of it as the last one, as the original. I do believe, by the way, you can actually just purchase the new attachments if you do have an existing Airwrap. That's from Dexter's Snout. Ooh, so first difference is that the lid comes completely away, because on the original it folds up. So that's actually quite useful if you want to use that as a little mat for your tools. All the information, little sponge, and here we go, look at this. So it is with this beautiful copper colour detailing. I think they might have made the previous Airwrap with a copper edition, but mine, I have got a purple one and a pink one, so this is a new looking Airwrap for me. And then we have got the bristle attachment. This looks, on first inspection, exactly the same as the existing one. I don't believe there's any change to the bristle attachment. I think they've made a few tweaks to this, but again, from the videos that I watched, no one could really see a huge amount of difference. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the old one didn't have quite the same movement in it. This is where it gets really exciting. Okay, so this is the barrel attachment when you're doing your curls. Normally, you have two in each size, so one for each direction, so one that blows the hair that way and one that blows the hair that way, whereas this one, as you might be able to see, has got an arrow, so you can actually just switch it around and change the direction, so the airflow is going to change based on, see that little white arrow?
Work on Dexter's hair?
Yes, I've actually seen a really cute video where someone does it on a golden retriever. So you literally just flick it from side to side, which is really useful if you want to do alternating curls instead of like taking it out, putting a different one back in. So that's amazing. And then you've got the bigger barrel attachment. And because I use the attachments for longer hair, I do believe they are making this for longer hair attachments as well, which is amazing. This is really exciting. This is the new blow dryer attachment. So no longer is it that, well, I'll show you the originals tomorrow, but this is the new blow dryer attachment. And again, you can tweak it for different airflow with this little switcheroo here. I'm not fully au fait with all of the different movements on this, so I need to give that a play. I'll find out in the morning. And again, another hairbrush attachment. So this is actually quite important. Down here, we have also got the filter cleaner. Now I'm going to show you how to use this because it's very important that you clean the filter on your Airwrap. So what you need to do with this little brush, slide it in over the wire, over the filter section down here, and then go like this. and this will clean the filter of your air wrap. If you've got one, do it tomorrow, do it tonight. Clean the filter of your air wrap. So then you want to just slide this bit off here, undo it, take it off, and this bit I just like to clean under warm water, give it a good old tap on the sink, wait for it to completely dry, literally maybe do it at night and then pop it back on in the morning. And there you have a clean, super easy to do clean filter on your air wrap. Couple more lovely pieces that were in today's deliveries. I had a skincare delivery from Dr. Robux, and I've just pulled out their Bondi Hydrating Mist, and this has got Kakadu Plum, Cucumber and Vitamin B3 in there. I just misted my face, and it's a really lovely, like substantial but fine mist, and after a couple of hours in the garden it's just heavenly on the skin. So that's really, really lovely. I think I'm going to keep that down here so it can be my middle of the day face mist. Also smells really nice. It's probably the cucumber in there that's nice and calming. And then this lovely box from Bobbi Brown x Ulla Johnson. Ulla Johnson is a really lovely fashion brand. I have a few of their pieces and they're really beautiful. This just sums it up. The most gorgeous patterns. We've got this sweet little makeup bag. Look at that. Let's see what's inside. I'm not doing much face to the camera right now because my makeup is completely melted off. I'm about to go and take it off, and this is far more exciting. So we have got Bobbi Brown Ulla Johnson highlight powder. This packaging is absolutely beautiful. My camera doesn't know where to focus between this and my gilet. Gorgeous. That looks kind of like a Chantecaille product. Even more beautiful than any Bobbi Brown that I've ever known. Wow, that's a highlight palette. Oh my goodness. That's absolutely stunning. What a beautiful product. Oh my gosh, I haven't actually used much Bobbi Brown in a long time, so this is a really nice kind of reintroduction to the brand. I have a feeling this might be the same thing, but a mini version. Yeah, it kind of is. That is so cute. We've got some friends coming to stay next weekend, so I think I'm going to leave that as one of the goodies to put in her room. How lovely. That's a nice idea. Ooh, are these lipsticks? Extra lip tint. I do love a good lip tint. How sweet is that packaging? Just with the delicate Ulla Johnson and floral pattern on there. Ooh, a bright red. Hopefully there might be a perfect kind of nudie colour amongst here as well. Okay, I need to remember who to give these to. I think that will be good for Charlie's auntie. She loves a red. This one is called Bear Pink. That's a very good sign. Again, beautiful floral packaging. This one, I think this is actually, I'm sorry, my camera just wants to focus on my gilet. But this is just a really lovely neutral lip balm. How stunning. I'm obsessed with this packaging. Gorgeous. Okay, so that one's for Charlie's mum, that one's for me. Bare Nude is the next one. Ooh, that's almost a little bit browny, like a sunset kind of nude. I think my mum would like that one. And then this deep kind of beautiful crimson-y red colour. This is a really nice size makeup bag for your everyday handbag makeup bag as well, especially now that I'm using smaller handbags. The Dior one that I usually use is a little bit big, so I think I'm gonna repack my handbag. Look at the lining, that is so gorgeous. I think I'm gonna repack my everyday makeup into here. I'll do that with you guys tomorrow morning. I'll show you what I pop in my everyday makeup handbag. And then we've got two more things here. Double-ended long wear cream eyeshadow sticks. Oh, that's rather lovely. A beautiful bronzy colour. And then on the other side, this kind of champagne shade. That is lovely. Such a gorgeous glisten. And then just before my battery dies, this lovely delivery from Mirabeau and Sophie Allport. So celebrating 15 years of Sophie Allport. Raise a glass on this exciting birthday. Gosh, okay, with up to 20% off. Great. So there's going to, oh, look at this. Little sausage dog on the cards. There's going to be up to 20% off on the Sophie Allport website. So now would be a great time to grab your favourites. Charlie and I love their tea towels. This is actually our favourite range of theirs. The kitchen garden range. You've got the turnips and the parsnips and the carrots, beetroot, and I guess this is going to be a Mirabeau. My favourite. Oh, La Folie. What a lovely gift from Sophie Allport and Mirabeau to celebrate Sophie Allport's 15-year birthday. I'll leave the website down below. It's a good time to check out their discounts and treat yourself with up to 20% off. Wonderful. So I'm about to have a lovely, relaxing post-gardening bath to release the aching muscles. We've got our huge Esper candle lit up, so it's smelling heavenly in here, and I just wanted to show you this rather petrifying view from out of the window. Obviously the beautiful fields, but illuminated in the field opposite us. Can you see him? A rather petrifying scarecrow in a very dirty orange boiler suit that looks like something that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre might wear, with a bucket on his head. That is the stuff of nightmares, but it seems to be doing the trick.